Previously, we were discussed about the web servers and web applications, like how we can start with the information gathering and scanning. Now we can start with the attacking, like how we can hack the websites. So basically, we have multiple attacks on the websites. Like we can apply skill injection, accesses, file upload vulnerabilities, command injections, HTML injection, and so on. Okay. So first, let's start with the perform a brute force attack using WebSource. So Wapsuit is something which we have already discussed, like the interceptor, the repeater, and the intruder. Okay, so here I'm showing again like how we can apply the brute force attack on the website. Basically, we can apply the brute force attack on the login bypass, like on the login page, on the authentication page, even on the OTPs also. Okay, if it is like a 4-digit OTP. So here we can apply the brute force on the login page. Okay, so again we can take a scenario of this is my attacker machine and this is my target machine which we will use metasploitable second. So first we will start with the like collecting the IP address of the target machine. So we can use any IP scanner, advanced IP scanner or net discover. Okay. So here I'm using ifconfig to know the range of my system. Okay, my network. So 192.168.1 and 12255 is my range. So here I'm going to use Angry IP scanner. Okay, so here we can mention 192.168.1.12255 and we can start the scanning. Okay, so this is my metasploitable IP, which is 192.168.1.33. So we can stop it and we can mention somewhere 192.168.1 and 33 is target IP. Okay, so first is how we can apply the brute force attack using WebSuit. So basically, we can apply the brute force with the help of Hydra also and with the help of WebSuit also. Okay, so what we will do, we will apply the attack on this website, which is test PHP. Okay, and here we can open the WebSuit. And WebSuit is pre-installed. And how to use it and what is the purpose of WebSuit, this we have already discussed. Okay, so we can click on the sign up page. So here we can apply the brute force attack on the username and on the password parameters. Okay, so open the website in which you want to apply the attack, then open the WebSuit and then open the settings. Okay, the Firefox settings, and here we have to apply the proxy for the WebSuit. So apply proxy, click on settings, and the proxy is 127.0.0.1. Okay, this one, manual proxy configuration, 127.0.0.1, and port number is 8080. Okay, and click on this option and click OK. Then what we can do, we can start the, we can mention any username or any password. Let's say admin as a username and 12345 as a password. Okay, you can mention anything. So we can apply the brute force on the username and password both. And here in the proxy, we can turn on the interceptor and click on login. So this will intercept the request. Okay. So here we have this request, which is post userinfo.php. Okay, and we have this host here and some other information. So now what we can do, here we have the username and password. So we can click on action and send to repeater. Okay, and here we can turn off the intercept. Okay, now what we can do. So here we can apply the multiple like the combination of username and password. So here we can click here and send to intruder from here. Okay, so in the repeater you can read the request, and the intruder we can apply the brute force attack. Okay, so now where we want to apply the brute force? We want to apply in the username parameter and in the password parameter. Okay, let's say we don't know both username and password. So what we can do, we can just highlight the admin here. Okay, and click on add here. Okay, same as we can highlight the password here and click on add here. Make
7 बजे से दूसरी मीटिंग से
make sure you have highlighted the admin as a parameter. Okay, your admin username. Okay, and your password. Don't highlight any other character. Okay, now basically we are applying the attack on the username and password. So here we are applying on the both parameters. And if you are applying the attack on multiple parameters, then here we can choose cluster bomb. Cluster bomb is mainly used for applying the attack in multiple parameters. Okay, so here I have applied on the username as if admin and password is 12345. Okay, so make sure that you are applying the, or we can say highlighting the username and password in sequence. First username and then password. Okay, so it would be in sequence. Then click on the cluster bomb here and click on payloads here. Then here we have two sets. First is for the username and second set is for the password. So click on the first here, and here we can mention the word list. After all, it is a brute force attack, so the chances are 50-50 percentage. It is like a hit and trial method. So for applying brute force, we need some combination of username and passwords. So the word list you can choose for using the combination of username and password. Here you can search for set list, username, word list. Okay. So this is a GitHub repository. You can click on here. So these are the top usernames, which is like these are all the updated username of 2023. Okay, so these are the updated username. So we can copy these username from here. You can choose any number of username. Okay, so we can copy from here and we can simply paste here. Okay, so these are my username. And in these username, I can mention, okay, that is fine. Okay, then for the second payload, you can choose, you can search for the passwords list. Okay. Basically here we have a like combination of passwords also. You can click on the passwords here. So here we have top passwords. We have Wi-Fi passwords. We have most commonly used passwords of 2022, sorry, 2020 and 2023. Okay, so you can click on this worst passwords, most popular passwords, and so on. So we can choose any number of passwords. So here I am choosing the same list for the password as well. Okay, you can click on copy here, and here in your worksheet, click on the second set. Okay, and click on paste here. So here I have mentioned the usernames and the passwords, and it is a cluster bomb. Okay, cluster bomb means let's say we are brute forcing on the username. So let's say we have some common usernames. Let's say test, admin, root. And let's say we have some combination of passwords. Like let's say 12345 password, or we can say password like this. So cluster bomb means we are matching each and every password with each and every username. For example, here we are matching 12345 with test also, with admin also, and with root also. Same as the second loop here is with the password. So we can copy the password and we can apply with the test, with the admin, and with the root. Okay, until we found the real username and password. Okay, so now you can calculate the number of combination. For example, you have 3 username and 3 passwords. So we will have Okay, we have 3 username and 3 passwords. So 3 into 3, 9. So we will have 9 total combinations. Okay, and the larger your word list, so the long time this workload will take for brute forcing. Okay, so that is why here you can see payload count 17 for the username. So we have 17 usernames and 17 password. And here we have the total number of combination is 289. Okay, which is like 17 into 17. Okay, so this is like the combination of request this website will make on the web page. Okay, so we have chosen the word list for the username and for the password. Okay, you can choose your word list according to yourself. And the second list is like the most popular word list. Like you can take any word list from here. Then we can simply click on start attack. Okay, so the brute forcing has been started. So this will take around 5 minutes, hardly 5 minutes. Okay. Now you can see here we have the username. Payload 1 is your username. Payload second is your password. So with each and every username, we are applying the same password. Okay, that is why we have like these number of combination of password. So with each and every username, we are applying the passwords. Okay, now this is like finding the right username and password. Now, how you will identify which one is the right username or password? So basically, what we can do, we can check the status code here, status code and length here. Now you can notice the status code is 302 everywhere. 302. Okay, like the common status code. Same as with the length, we have length of 253. So the same length goes for everyone. So if you found the the unique length and unique status code, that is, for example, we have the username root and password is also root. If this is the right username or password, we will get the status code as 200 or any other status code, but that will be unique. Okay. Same as with the length, we will get a unique length of the right username and password. Basically, we can click on simply the status code. Okay, and the length. Now here you can notice the payload is test here, which is your username, and payload second is your password here, and status code is 200 here. You can notice 200 the status code, and here you can see the length as well, which is 6280. Okay, which means this one is the right username and password. So whenever you are brute forcing with the help of WebSuite, you have to notice the unique status code as well as unique length. That will be your right username and password. Otherwise, we can see everywhere the status code is 302. Okay, and the length is also 253. Like they are all common. But whenever we are getting the unique status code or the length, either of these or both, okay, then that is the right username and password. Okay, then we can simply apply the right username and password here, which is test and test, and click on enter. Okay, and we have successfully logged in this web page. So it is like a test website. That is why it is like easy to brute force. Even the method will be the same. Okay, the method will be the same with every authentication web page. Okay, and here you can notice the status code is 302 everywhere as well as the length. It's common 253. But whenever we are getting the unique length as well as status code, so this will be your unique username or password, like the correct username and password. So this is how we can apply the brute force attack on both username and password. Okay, same as you can apply on the single parameter, like on the password also. Let's say if you know the username and if you don't know the password, then you can just simply choose sniper here. Okay, so this is for the single payload. Like if you are applying the attack on the single parameter, sniper. and cluster bomb is for the multiple parameters. Okay, I hope this much is clear. Okay, and then we can click on
I have
exit.
a, I have a quick question actually. If the
Yes.
password username does not match, then what we'll do? Because we get a leaked username password list from the word list.
Mhm.
So we use all of those, like 10,000, and none of those are matched. Then what we'll do?
See, if none of that are matching, then we can say the password is quite like it is like quite strong. Okay, that is why we always say that always keep your password strong. Like put some uppercase, lowercase letters, and the characters and the numbers. If the brute force attack is not working, then what you can do, you can start uh, manipulating your target. Now that is illegal, basically. Okay, that is
Hmm.
not allowed in the company, but you can, if you want to even hack that person, then you can start manipulating him or her. Like you can start to um, getting his or her name, the family member's name, some other phone numbers, and so on. Maybe the passwords are the combination of his or her name, or the surname, or the last name, or we can say the age, or the birth date. So it can be any combination of username or password. So you can start manipulating that user, and you can create your own word list, okay, which contains the username of her name, of her or his family name, and so on. Okay, that you can create. Otherwise, there's no surety of the of the brute force attack. If the password is strong, then you cannot apply this attack. Okay, so it's like a 50-50 chances. Then you have to find any other way of hacking the website or web page.
Hmm. Got it. Okay, I have
Okay.
another question. So
Yes.
first, with Burpsuit, we set up, we do proxy setting. Why you are doing
Yes.
proxy setting? Is it setting up as a local machine or something else?
Yeah, we are setting it for the local machine. For example, let's say
Hmm.
we have this machine here.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is my machine, and here in my machine I have this Kali machine running in the VMware.
Hmm.
In the Kali machine we have this browser here running, and here we have this websuite running,
Hmm.
right? And here we have this server here. Let's say it is any server. Let's say
Hmm.
ABC server or Amazon server. And let's say if you are applying abc.com or any website, you're opening any kind of web page. So why we are applying the proxy in the browser? Because we want to connect the websuite with the browser. Like we want that whatever we are requesting and whatever the response we are receiving, that will be flow from websuite to the
Hmm.
server. And same as with the response. Whatever the response we are receiving, it will flow from websuite to the browser. That is why we have applied the proxy as a local host.
Gotcha.
Okay, it is a local proxy, like local IP address, because we want whatever the request we are making in the browser, that would be flow from websuite, and from websuite to the server, or we can say to the internet, and whatever the response we are receiving, it would flow from the websuite to the browser. That is why we are applying the proxy here. Okay,
Oh,
means we are connecting the websuite with the browser. Is it clear?
so yes. So that means if you don't set up proxy, it will not work, right?
Yeah, yeah, it will not work. Yes.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So this is how we can apply the brute force attack. So we can apply the brute force with the help of Hydra also, or with the help of Bubsuit also. Now, second, we can start with the exploit a remote command execution vulnerability to compromise a target web server, which is command injection. Now, what is this command injection? Now, command injection is a kind of a vulnerability where we can apply some kind of commands, and the output will be displayed on the screen. For example, let me open the website. Now, basically, this is my server, okay, my target machine, which is Metasprotable second. Okay, and this is my attacker machine. Now, what we will do, we will apply the IP address of the attacker machine. Let me remove the proxy first. Okay, we can click on use system proxy and click on OK. Now here we can apply the IP address of the target machine, which is 192.168.1 and 33. 162. Okay, and here we can click on, now this is a Metasploitable website. Now this website is hosted on this particular server. Okay, Now here we can choose this last second option, which is DVWA. Okay, DAM, vulnerable website application. Now here we have to apply the username and password. So here you can see the username and password is default username is admin and password is password here. So we can simply log in with the help of admin and password. Now this is a vulnerable application. Here we can apply multiple types of attacks. For example, brute force, command execution, which is command injection only, CSRF or file inclusion, and SQL and so on. Okay, so here we can click on DVW security first. Now here we have three levels of security. We have low, we have medium, and we have high. So we will apply the attack on low security and medium security. In the low security, we can say the website is fully vulnerable. Okay, we don't have any security mechanism to protect the website. Then we have medium security. So in the medium security, we can say the website is half secure. Means the owner of the website has applied some kind of security configuration to protect the website, but it is not fully protected. Okay, so we can bypass the medium security that we will see. And the high security, we can say the website is fully secure. So we cannot apply the attack on the high security. So we will going to see how we can apply the attack on the low security and medium security. So first click on the low security here, click on submit here. Okay, you can see security level is low here. Then here click on command execution. Okay, so here we have ping for free. So now this website is asking to ping for free. Now it is asking for apply any IP address. So let's say here I'm applying 192 on or any localhost IP 127.0.0.1. Okay. So this website is it ping this IP address, this particular IP address. Now you can notice the output of this website. So this is like we are sharing the 3 packets and we have received 3 packets and 0 packet loss. Now this output, and let's say I am applying the same here in the terminal, in the Linux terminal. Okay, 127.0.0.1 and this one. So it can also ping this website. So now you can see the difference. So here we have pinged this website, which is, sorry, this IP address, and we have received this output. The same we have applied here. We have pinged this IP address and we have received the output. So we don't have any difference in the output, which means the website is accepting the commands. Okay, now here the website is accepting your IP address, whatever you are applying here. Okay, now we have a trick in this Linux, like we can combine the multiple commands together. For example, uh, here we can create any folder. Let's say I'm creating a folder. Let's say folder 101. Okay, 102. And then with this, I am also using ls here to list all the items here. Okay, so here I'm creating the folder as well as I'm listing here you can see the folder has been created, which is 102. And also I'm listing the directories and the files here. Okay, so here we are like combining the multiple commands together, okay, with the help of this semicolon here. So same as we can apply this attack here. Okay, like here we can apply the IP address, same as we can combine the commands. Okay, so let's try. So here we can apply the IP here, and then here we can use this pipeline. Okay, we can use pipeline also, we can use semicolon also. So here I'm using pipeline here, and here I'm using ls here. Okay, ls and click on submit here. So now here you can notice this website will display some files here. Okay, some files here. Now here we have this health index php source file, which means the website is accepting your commands. Okay, means the meaning here is whatever the commands we are applying here, these commands are accepted by the server. Okay, and the server is running these commands also in its terminal. Okay, likewise we are running in our terminal, same as this one is running the commands, let's say ls, pwd or any number of commands in its terminal, because this is a Linux like server. Okay, so that is why we can run the Linux command on this server. So this means the website is accepting the IP address we are providing as well as the commands we are providing, and it is running in the terminal, and the output is displaying on your web page. This particular behavior is known as command injection. So what is command injection? So whenever the website accepts the attacker's command and it is executing the commands on the terminal, and the output is displaying on the web page. So that is known as command injection attack, where you can apply any number of commands. You can hack the entire website with the help of these commands. Like you can open the server, you can open the reverse shell, you can check out any number of file from the server and so on. Okay, which means the server is accepting like any number of commands, whichever is attacker is providing. Okay, and the output is displaying on the web page of the like attacker. Okay, so let's try. Here we can apply the IP address 127.0.0.1, and here we can get the index PHP file, which is this file here. Okay, so we can do any number of operation. We can cat, we can check any file. Okay, so here we have the source code of this particular index.php web page. Okay, same as we can read any number of file. Let's say we can read the confidential file, which is cat etc password. Okay, it is a very confidential file of the Linux. It contains the username of the Linux. Okay, so when we click on submit, okay, so here we have the username of this target. So these are the username like root, we have daemon, we have bin, and then we have these username like games, then we have this username here, and so on. So we have these number of username. We have this MSF admin as a username. So cat etc password is a confidential file which contains the username of the Linux. Okay, so we can do any number of operation here. Basically here we have the entire access of the target shell. Like you can run any number of command here. Okay, that is known as command execution attack. Okay, you can also take the reverse shell from here. You can do like any number of operation. Okay, that is known as command injection. Now, first we can apply the IP address because the basic nature of the website is to ping any IP address. That is why first we are putting the IP address, and with the IP address we are combining one more command, which is PWD, which means we are just attaching one more command with the IP address. So the server will think that this command is the part of the IP only. Okay, so first the IP will be executed, and second this PWD will be executed. Okay, or any number of command which you have applied here. This is known as command injection attack. Whenever the website is accepting all your commands, okay, without any restrictions, and it is also executing your commands in the server, okay, in the server shell, and the output is displaying on your screen. And here you can see this is a path of your uh, like of the server, like where you are in. Okay, so this is with the simple with this low security. Even you can see the view source page of source code of this web page. Now this web page or this website is coded in the PHP language. Okay, now you can see the backend part here. You can see it is accepting the like IP address here. Okay, and here you can see we don't have any restriction here. It is simply accepting the IP address. That's it. Okay, it can accept any number of character like the semicolon, pipeline, any character here. We don't have any secure configuration here in the source code. Okay, same as what we can do, we can click on the security here, and now we can move to medium security. Click on submit here. And here again click on command execution. Now same here we can apply, which is 127.0.0.1. We can use a pipeline here and ls here. Okay, now this is also working, but if you apply the semicolon here, see, semicolon ls, so this will not work. Okay, now you can see this is not working because when you click on the view source here, if you see the source code of this medium security, you will notice that the semicolon and here the ampersand, these are blocked here. You can see these are in the blacklist. Means if the attacker applied the semicolon or this ampersand, this will be blocked by the server. This is the security configuration the website is using. Okay, but instead of using the pipe like this ampersand or the semicolon, we can use pipeline here because the pipeline is not in the blacklist. So for bypassing, we can use a pipeline here. So again, we can use 127 dot 0 dot 0 dot 1. Okay, and here we can use pipeline to bypass the security configuration. Okay, now this will work. So this is the bypassing technique we have applied. If the semicolon is not working, if the ampersand is not working, you can use pipeline. Okay, now what we can do, we can click on our W security and now we can check out the high security. Okay, we can see the source code of the high security. Why this is high security? And why don't we apply any kind of bypass mechanism here? And here we can use cat PHP here. Okay, if you apply any number of command, this will not work. Okay, you have entered an invalid IP. So this will not work. If you see the source code of this web page, so here you will notice that this security is checking each and every part of the IP address. Okay, like each and every splitting the IP into 4 objects, and it is checking first part, second part, all the parts of the IP addresses. Okay, one by one. So basically here, the web page is checking the IP. Instead of blocking anything, any character, the website is checking the IP address itself. If the IP address is proper or not. Okay, if it is proper, then allow the IP, otherwise block the IP. Okay, like just apply this, print this error message. So here we are applying the IP. Now this is known as a whitelist, where the IP is only allowed and apart from IP, everything is blocked. And in the medium security, we are applying a blacklist, where only the ampersand and semicolon are blocked, otherwise everything is allowed. So we can use pipeline here. We can apply any encoding there to bypass the security of the medium level. But here the security is high because of the whitelist here. We are using the what we can say, we are simply using the IP address and we are checking the IP. If IP is proper or not. If it is proper, if it is in 4 parts with the dots, then we can say it is allowed. Otherwise, it is not allowed. So apart from IP, everything is blocked here. So this is known as whitelist rule here. So this is like a security measure which we can apply in the source code of any web page. So we can protect the website from command injection attack. Okay, we can use this approach to secure the website. Okay, so we can use it, and we cannot hack this website in the high security because it is like fully secure. But we can hack the website in low security, and we can bypass the medium security level. Is it clear this much? Any questions?
No, Bhavya, thank you.
Now we can move to next attack, which is known as file upload vulnerability. Okay, so this is also quite common. Now command injection and this file upload, these are the severe level vulnerabilities. Okay, the risk is severe here. So now what is this file upload? So let's say we have a website. Okay, any kind of website. Let's say a website which is converting your .jpg images into PNG images. Let's say, okay, we have this website which can convert JPG into PNG images. So now, if this website converts this JPG into PNG, then you have to provide some images, right? You have to provide some JPG. Then only the website can convert into PNG, right? So here the website is asking for to upload any file. Okay. So it is asking to upload any file. So what we can do, we can upload the JPG images. Okay, now where is the vulnerability here? So let's say if the website is asking to upload any kind of image, like you are uploading the images, and with the images you are uploading some other files also, like PHP file, you are uploading Python file, you are uploading C file, or any malicious file. Okay, so with that web page, you are uploading all sort of files. Okay, whether it is malicious, whether it is PHP file, Python file, C file, or image file, or any video file, and so on. Okay, like MKV file. So with this, you are uploading any kind of file. So if the web page, or we can say the website, is allowing any kind of file, like any sort of extension, then we can say the website is vulnerable. Okay, which means we can upload any kind of malicious file and we can execute this malicious file on the web page. Okay, and then we can hack the web page or we can hack the website. So this is known as file upload vulnerability. Okay, so this is case number 1. Let's say we have case number 2. Let's say the website is only applied allowing this JPG file. Okay, apart from JPG, you cannot upload any other file. Okay, like apart from JPG, all the files are blocked. Then we can say the website is secure because the website is only allowing this JPG file, not any other file. Okay, so this is case number 2. So case number 1 is when the website is applying, like it is allowing every sort of file. So we can also upload any malicious file. We can also upload any PHP file, any Python file, any C file, any file, any malicious file, and we can execute those files on the server, and we can hack the server itself. But if the website is not applied, not allowing any kind of file, then we can say the website is secure. So if the website is applying, if it is allowing every kind of file, then it can be vulnerable to file upload vulnerability. Okay. So we can see this example here. So first we will move to this low security here and click on submit. And here you can see, we can click on this upload here. So the website is asking to upload any image. Okay, so we can try with any image. So you can click on browse here. And here we can select any image. Let's say this tree image and click on open here and click on upload here. Okay, so we are uploading the image. There's some error here. Otherwise, this will accept the image. So means the website is, we can upload any kind of image here. Now, apart from image, can we upload any other file? So let's say you can search for here PHP reverse shell pen test monkey. Okay, you have to search this script here and click on this PHP reverse shell here. Okay, and here click on this download option, this zip file. It is like a malicious PHP reverse shell. Okay, which will provide a reverse shell in your system. Now it is like this website is also made up of PHP. That is why we are uploading the PHP malicious file. Now we can click on this file option here. Okay, so we have this file here, this one. So we can right click, we can unzip this file, we can extract here. Okay, and we have this folder here. Now inside we have this PHP reverse file. So we can open this file. Okay, so here we have to make some modification. So here on line number 49, we have to change the IP to the Kali IP. Okay, so change it to your Kali IP 192.168 as it is a reverse shell. So as you know, the reverse shell means the connection request will be delivered on the Kali machine. So IP is 192.168.136. So we have to mention the IP address of the Kali machine here. Then you can also change the port number. If you want to change, you can change to any other port number. So here I'm keeping 1234 as a port number here. Click on save here. Now let's check if this website can allow this PHP file or not. Okay, so what we can do, we can simply click on browse here. And here we can move to the location, which is PHP reverse shell. And here we have this PHP file here. Click on enter and click on upload here. Now you can see apart from the image, the website is also allowing this PHP image. Okay, this PHP image is successfully uploaded, which means PHP script is uploaded here. And also it is showing the path where the file is uploaded. It is inside Hackable uploads, and this is your file here. So how we can access this file? So basically we can move to this location from the URL and we can open this file. And when you open this file, you will get the reverse shell. Okay, and for getting the reverse shell, we have to open the listener, which can accept your request. So simply you can apply here netcat hyphen nvlp 1224. Sorry, my port number is 1234, so we have to mention the same port number here. Okay, so nvlp is your listener here. It is a netcat listener, and 1234 is your port number, and click on enter. So whenever you will get a request, this listener will accept your request. Okay, so what we can do, we have to move to this location. So the location is Hackable uploads at PHP, this location. And here we have some docs here, which is we have to move one step forward and then a second step forward, like two step backward to the current location. So basically we have to move two step backward, which is here we can mention the Hackable path here. Hackable / uploads, enter. Okay, now you can see these are the like files where we are uploading, and here's your PHP reverse shell. So when you click on this file, you will notice get the syntax in the check. So there's a syntax error, so we can okay. So now you can notice the error is because here I have not put the quotation. That is why we have this error here. Okay, now we are free. Okay, so upload again because we have the error in the file. So we can simply go back and we can browse here and we can upload again. So this will override the current file. Okay, then we can move to this location. So we can simply copy this path up to here. Okay, and it is asking for moving two step backward because we have dots here and then we have second dots here. Okay, so which means two step backward and then apply this location, which means remove upload. Okay, one step backward and remove this one also. This is second step backward and copy the path here. Okay, and then we can again open this file. So when you click on this file, this will keep on loading and here you will get the shell. Okay, here you can see we'll get the shell here. If I type here ID, so this is my ID here, and who am I? So basically I'm inside the server. Okay, this target server. So this is very simple. We have just uploaded a PHP reverse shell, which will provide the shell, and this will give the shell in my local machine, in my Kali machine. Okay. Now we can click on browse here and we can move back. This is with a low security and this is simple. Means the website is up. We can upload any kind of file to the website and the website is accepting all sort of file. And when you see the source code of this low security, you can see this website is as it is like accepting all kinds of file. Here you can see with the path here, with the files are uploaded here. Okay, and here we have no option, like we are not applying any configuration here, that we are not checking what kind of file the users are uploading. Okay, we are not checking that, and we are just checking if the file is uploaded or not. If it is, then your image is uploaded. If not, then image is not uploaded. So here we don't have any security mechanism. It is a simple PHP source code. Okay, now in the medium security we have some configuration here. Okay, for example, if I apply medium security here and click on submit, so and upload here. Now let's try again. So what we can do, we can click on browse and here we can click on reverse shell, click on open and click on upload here. Now this will not work here. You can see your image was not uploaded because of the PHP file is not allowed. If you see the source code of this medium security, you will see it is actually checking the file type, like what kind of file you are uploading. As you can see here, we have this upload name, it is checking the file name, file type means file extension, and file size here. And then it is cross verifying. If the file is JPEG and the file size is this one KBs, then accept, otherwise don't accept it. Okay, so it is actually checking the file type. If you are uploading a JPG image or any other image, if the user is uploading only the JPG image, then it is accepted, otherwise it will not accept the file. Okay, so this is the security mechanism, but we can bypass it. We can bypass it very easily. Now what we will do, so basically here you can see the website is only accept the JPG images. Okay, but here it is only checking the outer extension. So what we will do, we will upload the PHP reverse shell. Okay, reverse shell, and here we will name the file as php.jpeg. Okay, so here we are using the double extension. First extension is a PHP, which is the original extension, and with this we are adding one more extension, which is JPG. And when you click on upload button, you will open the web suite and you will intercept this request. And whenever you are whenever you intercept this request, in the middle of the request, you will remove the JPG from the middle, and then your PHP file will be uploaded. So this is the bypass mechanism we will going to use. Okay, again, when we click on the upload button, we will intercept this particular request whenever we are uploading the file. So in the middle of the request, we will remove JPG from the middle, and then we will simply upload the original PHP file. Okay, so this is the mechanism we will going to use. Now, how it is possible? So we will open the web suite again. Okay, and we will apply the proxy here. And here we can search for proxy and click on manual proxy. Okay, and we will going to use the same script. But here, what we will do? Now we have this script here, so we have to rename this one. So we will rename this one to php reverse shell .php.jpeg. Okay, so we can mention here .jpeg and click on rename here. Now you can see this file is converted to an image file. So file name is php-reverse-shell.php.jpg. So what we will do? So we have this web suite here. We will click on proxy here. Now first we will move to the website. Okay, first we will browse the file which we want to upload. So here I want to upload this file, which is php-reverse-shell.php.jpg. Click on open here. And before clicking on this upload button, open your interceptor so that we can intercept the request, and click on upload here. So when you click on upload, you will notice you can click on forward here. Now you will notice you have this request, this whole request here. And here you can notice the file name here and file type here. You can notice. So file type is image JPG. You can notice, which means the server is thinking that okay, it is the user is uploading the JPG image. So here what we can do, we can simply remove this .jpg from the file name. Okay, so this is how we can upload the original image. So we can just modify here and remove .jpg from back here. Now file name is php-reverse-shell.php. Okay, and you can click on forward and turn off the interceptor. Okay, and now you can notice your file is successfully uploaded. So this is the bypassing mechanism we have used. Now again, we can start the listener here. Okay, so we can simply start the listener, and we can open this particular location where we want to run this file, or you can simply copy the entire path here up to here. Okay, move to step backward, like first step, which is remove upload, and second step, which is remove vulnerabilities, and apply the path here and click on enter. So when you apply this one, this will keep on loading, and here we have the shell of the server. Okay, so this is the bypassing mechanism we have used to bypass the medium security. Okay. So this is the medium security. Now we can check with the high security, like why we cannot bypass the high security. Okay, so click on submit here and click on upload here. You know, here you can check the source code again here, like why we cannot apply the high security, like bypass the high security. So here you can see the website is also checking again it is checking the file name, file extension here you can see here. Okay, which is starting the dot here, and +1 is like the index number, and here it is uploading the file size. It is also checking the file size. Okay, like file name, file extension, and file size. Now here it is also applying that only JPG, capital JPG, and caps JPG are allowed, and this file size is only allowed. Okay, apart from this, don't allow any file. But here you can notice it is checking each and every extension. For example, if you are naming your file as, let's say, reverse shell.php.jpg, so it is this mechanism is checking each and every dot here. Means first this will check this extension, and it is also checking this extension. Now this extension is verified. Like you can, we are uploading JPG, but this extension will not allow by the website. Okay, because it is a PHP extension. So here, if you can, like how if we add other extension like jpg.png again .jpg and so on, this mechanism will check each and every extension up to here. Okay, which is ending with the dot here. Sorry, starting with the dot here. You can see upload name, which is your file name, dot, and +1 is your index number, which is after the dot here. We have PHP, then again we have dot here, and then we have dot here, and then we have extension. So it is keep on checking all the extension which is in the file. Okay, that is why we cannot bypass this mechanism. Okay, because only JPG files are allowed, and we cannot use this one. Like we cannot use other extensions. Okay, and we cannot use any bypassing mechanism. Okay, so this we can not bypass with the help of any other like trick. Okay, because of the security level is tight here, but we can easily bypass the low security and medium security. So this is how we can apply the file upload. File upload vulnerabilities are also very common. Okay, and these attacks you can apply anywhere. Like if the website is asking for any kind of image, like whenever you are filling any form page, okay, like form, and the form is asking for the passport size photo, okay, or whenever the website is asking for any other kind of file, then you can apply this attack. Okay, you can even check if the website is like if it is allowing any other kind of file or not. If it is, then we can say the website is vulnerable. If it is not, then we cannot say the website is vulnerable. Okay, so this is it with the file upload vulnerabilities and command injection and the brute force attack. Like in the web application hacking, we have many attacks. Okay, like we have file upload vulnerabilities, we have command injection, we have SQL, XSS, HTML injection, LFI, RFI, like we have many kinds of attacks. Okay, that is the part of the web application penetration testing. Then we have one more tool for scanning the website vulnerabilities, which is an stalker. So we can use this one. It is like a security scanner, and it is not free. Okay, but we can use it for some days. Okay, so we can install it. It is for Windows. It is same as Zap. Okay, it is same as OWASP Zap. So we can search for an stalker download, and he can click on this first URL, which is the free edition we can download. Let me check if I said. You click on the try free edition here. You fill this form. and click on done. Okay, so it is a zip file. So open this zip file. Okay. So right click here and you can click on simply get here. Okay, so after extracting, you will get an exe file. Open that exe file, click on OK. So this is like an instructor install. Click on next, click on I agree, and click on next. Install. This is also like a basic level vulnerability scanner, which we cannot use in the real life scenarios. Okay, like it is not worth it to use in the real life scenario. Okay, so we are going to scan this website, which is again this best PHP website. Okay, you can scan any website of your choice. So I'm going to use this website. Okay, so click on update here. This is compulsory. You click on OK. So you have to update some of these plugins here. So we will going to scan this website. So copy the URL here. And here we can click on start. And here you can mention a URL you want to scan. Then here you have to choose a scan policy. Like you want to apply a manual test, XSS test, or OWASP policy. So select fourth option, which is OWASP policy. And then click on next. Okay, click on optimize. So this will like optimize, like check the web pages and so on. So we can click on optimize. We can check if the website is even working or not with the help of optimization progress. Okay, now click on next here. Now click on you can check out all your like settings and click on start session and click on. Now it is saying that only first 500 pages are allowed, otherwise all are like out of scope. So click on OK. Then click on start the scan here. So this will start scanning your website. Okay, like if the website is vulnerable to any kind of vulnerability or not. So in the objects here, we will get some other information of the website, like how many cookies are there, how many scripts are there, how many web forms are there, emails and broken pages and so on. And in the vulnerabilities, we will get the list of all the vulnerabilities. In the spider session, it is like checking how many web pages are there, and it is like separating the web pages and emails in these objects. Okay, so here we can click on these scripts. So these are the scripts of the web page. We have index PHP, we have categories, we have artist, we have disclaimer, and so on. Okay, same as in the web forms, these are the web forms which is in the website. Then we have one email found in the website. We have one broken page also, which is this one. And then we have some hidden fields also. We can also apply the attack on the hidden fields. Okay. And then we have information leakage, if any. So we will get here. And then this is our dashboard. Okay. And this is the site sequence, like what kind of sequence the website is following. You can also check the source code, like the code of the request code of the web page. Okay. So these are the rejected host and these are the allowed host. Okay, rejected means these are like out of scope. So these are the actual website and the website we are scanning is a subdomain. Okay, as you can see here, this is a subdomain we are scanning, test PHP, and this is the actual website. Okay, so whichever the domain which is related to this domain are out of scope. Okay, which is not a part of the scope or part of the scan. And this is allow host here. So now it is scanning the website. Here you can see it is like running the modules here. So now you can see vulnerabilities here, which is here we have a database of all the vulnerabilities. And these are the popular vulnerabilities. Okay, you can see here that this old Nginx version might be, it is like it can be suspect by the and stalker. And then we have unsupported PHP version. So the PHP version is also outdated. And then we have this possible HTTP parameter are vulnerable and so on. So these are the vulnerabilities. These are the basic level. So it is finding some more vulnerabilities. Okay. And here you can also see the bar chart here of the vulnerabilities, like how many are high, how many are low, how many are informative, how many are medium, and so on. So mostly a medium here you can see. Before here you can see web forms allows password caching in the client side, which is autocomplete is on here, and so on. Okay, like in the login page, to forms and so on. So you can also read about the vulnerabilities. Even you can also see the source code of the web page, like the client side code here. Okay, you can see the why is this issue, like impact of the attack, and then you can see the severity level, vulnerability references here. You can see and target URL and host data. Okay, so here with the help of this application, we can scan the website. Even you can increase the number of timeouts here, even the number of threads. Okay, so this will help to scan the website. So this will check if the website is like highly vulnerable or not. Okay, so this will take time. So I'm closing the session. You can click on yes here to close the session. So this will take around few seconds to close the session, and then you can click on exit here. And if you want to save the session after session, you can also save your session. So here I want to discard the session and click on next and click on yes. You can click on exiting. So we can use any stalker for scanning the website. Again, it is not like we can use for the labs purpose. We can use for the practicing, but we cannot use in the real time scenarios. But you can purchase the premium version if you want. But if you're using Nexus or manual scanning, so that is enough for the websites. Okay, you can use this tool in the examination. Okay. So is it clear this much? Any questions?
So when we are like a M installer, like these tools, usually like, in real time scenario, they use for license version or they don't use at all, like
If they
do you know?
use, if the companies use, they will use the purchase like the commercial version, not the community version, with the
Okay.
licensed version. Otherwise, if you want to use any tool, then you can use Nexus for scanning the website in the real time scenarios. These are mainly suitable for the examination purpose because, as you know, CEH is like a basic level exam. It is not such an advanced level. So they are like they are just for the tools for the examination purpose. Okay, but
Okay.
Websuit, Wireshark, or NM, these are the advanced tools which we can use in the further scenarios in the advanced hacking. But NStalker and this one Metasploitable second and this web and all these are the basic level application. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so we have completed the web servers and web application. Now we can move to cryptography. So, can anyone tell me what is cryptography or what is encryption or decryption?
Yes, the cryptography, I'm not sure about that, but the encryption and decryption, if, for example, if anyone wants to send an email or with some attachment, something like that, uh, then they send a encryption password to open that particular PDF or whatever it is. So basically, they sent a different email with the encryption password. So and they send me one password to description to uh, get that password. So I that's the way it works actually. So far, my knowledge.
Is you are telling about the symmetric encryption. Anyone?
I think cryptography is a process of hiding any kind of message that only hiding or coding, so only can user, intended user can see it. That's the process of that's called the process, entire process called cryptography, and then encrypting, decrypting, the process of doing that. Like say, if you want to hide something and issue a ticket, and then within that ticket or code, the intended user can see it, it's called encrypting. And then decrypting is uh, if like the process when they want to see it, that's called decrypting, and that doing the process that they do it to hide it is called encrypting.
Exactly. So basically, cryptography is like a whole process where we are hiding the message, and only the intended person can access that message or that file. That is known as cryptography. It is like a whole process. But how we can achieve cryptography? That is techniques like encryption, decryption, symmetric encryption algorithms, hashing, and so on. So cryptography is the process of hiding the messages, your files, the data actually, or the information from the attackers. And only the intended persons or the user can access that information. That is known as cryptography. Inside cryptography, we have a technique which is known as encryption, and then we have decryption. Okay, so what is encryption? Now, encryption is the process of converting the plain text, which is a message or anything, into the cipher text. Okay, that is known as encryption. And what is decryption? Which is like vice versa of encryption, which is a process of converting the cipher text back into the plain text. Okay, which is known as decryption. Now, one more thing, encryption and decryption. This is known as it is a two-way process, or we can say it is a reversible process, where we can revert the encryption process to decryption. So it is a reversible process. Okay, for example, let's say we have the sender. Okay, let's say the user A, and the user is sending something to user B. So the user A can, let's say, he or she is sharing hi or any other message or any other password, and he can encrypt this hi into any other form. Okay, let's say this any cipher text. Okay, and then we have the user B. Now this user B gets this cipher text, and this cipher text will be converted back into the plain text, which is high. So this is encryption, and this process is decryption. So A is performing the encryption and B is performing the decryption. That is simple. Okay. So the encryption is like a process of converting the plain text into cipher text, and decryption is the process of converting the cipher text back into plain text. Hence, these are all the reversible process. Now, how we can now, like in the encryption and decryption, we have two main concepts, which is known as symmetric encryption, or we can say symmetric algorithm, symmetric encryption, or symmetric method. And then we have asymmetric encryption. So, what is symmetric and what is asymmetric? So basically, symmetric encryption is like whenever, let's say we have a user A and we have user B. Now, if the user A and B, if they are using the same key for the encryption and same key for the decryption, then we can say that is a symmetric encryption. Then we have asymmetric. So let me define it. Symmetric. Let's say if the sender and receiver uses the same key for encryption and decryption. For example, let's say we have this user A here. Okay, we have this user A here, and let's say we have this user B. Now, user A is a sender, user B is a receiver here. Let's say if the user A is sharing any kind of message, let's say hi, or any kind of password here, hi 123. So the user A, let's say the user A has one key here, let's say one key 101. Same key we have with the user B, key 101. Okay, so and now if the user A, now user A will convert this hi 123 password into any some other form, let's say OPL, anything 123 or 45, so on. And this will the A will share this message to the user B, and the user B will decrypt this message with the help of the same key which the user has used for the encryption. Okay, so that is known as symmetric encryption, where the user A and the user B, they both are using the same key for the encryption and same key for the decryption. That is known as symmetric encryption. And what is the meaning of symmetric? Which is like equal on both sides. That is why it is like known as symmetric, which is it is equal in both sides. So here, even before, so one we have one drawback here. Before sharing the message, we have to share the key first. Then only the receiver can decrypt, right? So here, the same key we have to transfer before transferring the real message. So here we have one drawback, which is we have the drawback of the security issue. We have the risk here. Let's say if there's an attacker sitting in the middle of the user A and B, so the attacker can catch, or he or she can take this key from the user A. Okay, that is like using any other attack like man in the middle or any other attack. Okay, so that is why we have a drawback here, which is a risk here, a security risk. Okay, because before even transferring the real data, we have to transfer the key itself. Then only we can decrypt the message. Otherwise, we cannot. So we have the security risk, okay, of transferring the key. But here we have one more benefit, which is the transmission will be fast here, because we are using the same key for the encryption and decryption. That is why the transmission here is faster than the asymmetric encryption. Okay, so we have one drawback here, which is security risk here, and one benefit here, which is it would be the fast transmission. Then we have asymmetric encryption. So in the asymmetric encryption, the sender and the receiver both have the keys, like two keys each, a public key and private key. Okay, so in the asymmetric, the sender uses the receiver's public key to encrypt the message or data, and the receiver uses its own private key to decrypt the message. That is known as symmetric encryption. Okay, for example, let's say we have again the user A, which is the sender here, and let's say we have the user B here, okay, which is the receiver here. Now with the user A have both keys, public key and private key. Same as with the user B, it also have public key and private key. Now the public key is public to everyone, that is why it is public, right? And private key is private to the user A, and same as the private key of B is private to user B only. Okay, now let's say if the user again wants to share any message, and let's say we are like using any kind of like converting this test here, and now it is transferring. Now the user is encrypting this message, which is hi123, into this one with the help of receiver's public key. Okay, because it is like public to everyone. That is why sender can pick up the receiver's public key and encrypt this hi123 into this form with the help of receiver's public key. Okay, now at receiver side, let's say the message is transmitting. Now at receiver side, the receiver receives the message. Okay, now the receiver decrypt this message, which is hi123, with the help of its own private key. Okay, because private key is private to the B only, and this message can only be decrypted with the help of receiver's private key. Okay, only with the help of receiver's private key, not any other key, because the message itself encrypted with the help of receiver's public key. So that is why it can only be decrypted with the help of receiver's private key. That is why a receiver's private key is private to only the receiver, which is user B. So he or she can simply decrypt this message. So the message decryption can be performed with the help of receiver's private key. So this is decryption and this is encryption. Same as with the receiver, if user B wants to share the message to user A, the user B will take the user A public key. He or she will like encrypt the message, and then it will transfer to the the user A, and the user A will use its own private key to decrypt the message whichever is like transmitted by the user B. So that is known as symmetric encryption, where we are using two keys for the encryption and the decryption. Now this method is secure enough because there's no need of transferring the key before transferring the message. But here we have a drawback because it is slower than the symmetric encryption. So basically overall it depends on the scenario where you want to use the symmetric or asymmetric. For example, we can use symmetric when the data is not much confidential, but there's a need of transferring the data faster. And in the asymmetric, we can use if the data is so much confidential, then we can use asymmetric encryption. Okay, so this is known as symmetric and asymmetric encryption. We have one more concept of in the cryptography, which is known as hashing. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is hashing, or like how we can perform the hashing? So basically, first hashing is we can do hashing with the help of algorithms. Okay, like we have many algorithms which we can use for hashing, like we have MD5, SHA-1, SHA-256, and we have ES algorithms and so on. So now hashing is not a reversible process. Basically, encryption and decryption is a reversible process which we can reverse it. Okay, we can decrypt, which is we are reversing, but hashing is not a reversible process, which is non-reversible process. Okay, means we cannot reverse the hash first, and second, we can use hashing like with the help of algorithms. For example, let's say we have a database, let's say MySQL or any other database. Okay, now in the database, let's say we have some combination of, we have some ID here. Okay, we have some username here. Okay, username here, and we have passwords here. Let's say we have ID 1, 2, 3, and we have username, let's say admin, we have username root, we have username 2, we have password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Now, basically, in the databases and in almost every places, the passwords are not stored in the plain format. They are stored in the hash format. Okay, so basically the passwords are in the hash format. Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the password. And let's say the hash of this password is any character. Let's say this one. Let's say this one. Okay. This is just an example. You can mention any random characters. Okay. Hashes are like the combination of numbers and characters. So it can be uppercase and lowercase both. So let's say we have this hash here. Okay. Now let's say the hash of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is this one. So the passwords are stored in the hash format in the Windows, in the Linux, in the database, everywhere. Okay, same as with the root and same as with the tour. Okay, now hashing is a non-reversible process, which means we cannot convert this hash back into the password. That is why it is a non-reversible process. So what we can do in the hashing, we can simply crack the hashes. As a attacker, we can crack it. In the encryption and decryption, we can reverse the process, but in the hashing, we can crack the hash. And how do we crack? We crack with the help of a rainbow table. Okay, we have a rainbow table and we crack with the help of rainbow table. For example, let's say what is a rainbow table? So let's say we have a table here and we have some combination of passwords at one side and we have the hashes of those passwords at one side. Okay, so we have two columns here. Let's say we have password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have password admin here. And let's say the hash of password can be anything. Okay, same as with the hash of the admin. You can mention any hash. It is just an example. Okay. So here we have the password and here we have the hashes. Now let's say you have compromised any database and you have got the user A, B, and C details. Okay, so we have the user A password, we have the user B password, and we have the user C password. Now let's say the user A password is this one, this hash. Because if you are hacking any database, hacking any website, hacking any kind of file or database, you will get password in the hash format. So let's say the user A password is this hash. Okay, now you will match this hash which you have got from the hacking and this hash from your rainbow table. If these hashes are matching, then we can say the password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if the user A password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so the hash will be same only. Okay, but if you even add an extra character, let's say if the user A password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dot here, so the entire hash will be changed. Okay, so that is why hashes are very, very powerful. Okay, they are very powerful in nature. So if you are adding even any extra character, any dot, even any space as well, so the entire hash will be changed. Okay, so let's say the password of hash user A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. So the and you have got this hash. So you will match this hash with this hash in your rainbow table. If these hashes are matching, then we can say the password of A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how the rainbow table work, and this is how we crack the passwords. This is how the hash cat crack the password. This is how the John the Ripper crack the password. Okay. Same as with the user B. Let's say the user B password is this one, this hash. Okay. So you will compare this hash which you have got from user B. Okay, and this hash. If these hashes are matching, then we can say the password of user B is admin here. Okay. Now let's see the C password. Now let's say the C password, you will get the hash of C password as JKL and let's say some other gibberish. This password. Okay. Now here you can notice we have some extra character here. This hash and this hash is matching. But apart from this one, we have some extra characters here. Okay. Now this is the entire hash of the user C. But the user C password is admin only. Now you can notice the user C password is admin. Okay, but the hashes are different here. This hash and this hash, they are different because the user C is using a method known as salting here. Salting is a technique where we are adding some extra character in the actual hash so that we can replace, like we can just find the original password. Now you can see user B and user C. They both are using the same password as admin. Okay, so user B password is also admin and user C password is also admin. But user B is not using any salting. So the password of user B can be easily compromised because this user B is not using any salting here. But let's say the user C is using here the sorting mechanism here. So which means the user C have some extra characters with the actual hash. Now you can notice the actual hash will be all changed here. And this is the actual hash of admin and this is the actual hash of the admin. But here the C is using the sorting mechanism, which is adding the extra character in the hash here. So this will entirely change the actual password. Now this can be any password, but not the admin. But actually the password is admin only. But because of the sorting mechanism, we have actually hide the original password of the C. So in this way, you cannot compromise the C password because C is using the extra security here, which is sorting mechanism. But sorting is it is like an expensive technique. So mostly many databases they don't use the sorting mechanism. Okay, sorting is like adding the unique characters or the extra character anywhere on the hash, like in the starting, in the middle, or at end, anywhere. We can add the sorting anywhere. Okay, the main purpose is to protect the password from the cracking attack. Okay. Otherwise, if the user A, B, C password all are same, so you can easily crack it with the help of rainbow table. So that is why we have this approach of sorting. Okay, it is like an additional method of securing a hash from being cracked by the help of rainbow tables. Again, it is like a expensive process. So many of the databases and technologies, they don't use salting. That is why we can easily crack the passwords of many databases. Okay, I hope this much is clear. And we mainly use hashing with the help of like algorithms. And why it is a non-reversible process because of the algorithms. Okay, we use MD5, DES, DS, triple DES, and so on. So algorithms are itself are non-reversible. So that is why we cannot reverse the hashes. Okay, is it clear this much? Any questions?
Like,
Okay.
I have one question about like whenever you uh, show us like a salting, like what is exactly salting? Like how to what is that and how they apply actually?
Salting, we
In,
can say it is like a additional, you can think of a source code which we apply in the algorithms. Okay, now if you see you can search of a DES algorithm source code. Okay, like how this DES algorithm is working in the background, in the backend. So with
okay,
the DES algorithm, we are additionally adding this sorting source code, which will automatically apply. But again, sorting is like a expensive technique. Okay, that is why most of the users they doesn't apply it. So basically,
okay,
it is like a sorting can be any kind of technology, any kind of source code, any kind of program. Okay, it is just a concept I'm discussing. Okay.
okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so now we can move to some lab parts of the cryptography. So here, first we have encrypt the information using various cryptography tools. First, we have hash calci. So you can copy the URL here. We can generate some hashes uh, with the help of hash calci. One more thing is in the hashing, we can ensure the integrity. So uh, in the encryption and decryption, we can ensure the confidentiality where we are hiding the data, and the hashing we are ensuring the integrity. And what is integrity? When no one can modify your data, that is known as integrity. Okay, only the intended user can modify your data. So how we can ensure the integrity of the message in the hashing? Okay, that we will see with the help of an example. But here I'm showing in a theoretical aspect. Let's say we are the user A and we are the user B. Now let's say the user A have created a file .txt. In this file, we have a password 12345. Let's say. Okay, and let's say the user A generated the hash of this file. Okay, let's say the hash of this file is this one. Okay. Now let's say the user is sharing the file with the user B and also with hash with the user B. Okay. Now the user B receives the file which is file.txt. Okay, and with this password. Okay, like the password is inside this file. Now user B and also the user B receive the hash of this password. Sorry, of this file. Now user B will also generate the hash of this file. Now let's say the hash of the file is WERT123. So this hash which is generated by B and this hash which is received by B, they both are same only, which means the file is not modified in the middle or anywhere. But let's say there's an attacker sitting in the middle of user A and B. Let's say the user attacker uh, modify this file from the middle. Okay, he just received this file. Okay, and he just modify the file from the middle. Let's say he just changed the password from 12345 dot, like this one. Even if you're adding an extra dot, this will entirely change the hash of the file. And let's say after changing this password, the attacker shares the file to user B. And when the user B generate the hash from its side, the hash will be changed because we have changed the file itself. Okay, so let's say the hash of this file can be anything. Now this hash which is generated by user B of the same file received from user A and this hash which is received from user A, they both are different, which means someone has modified the file from the middle. Okay, so if hashes are matching, then we can say file is not modified. But if the hashes are not matching, we can say the file is modified by any attacker in the middle. So this is known as checking the integrity. In this way, we can ensure the integrity of the file. Okay, so let me show you with the help of an example. So first we can use hash calc here. So you can copy the URL and you can apply here. Okay. You can search for hash calc. Done. Okay, and here you can click on this first URL. This is some software. Okay, you can click on this one, download here, and click on no, thanks, I will continue downloading. Click on this one. So this will download a zip file, and you can simply unzip this file. Okay, after unzipping, you will get this folder in your downloads, which is hash calc like this. Okay, then you will get this exe file, this setup. So install this setup. Click on next. I accept. Click on next. Next. Okay, click on this. Launch. Okay, it is like very easy to use. Now with the help of this hash calc, we can like generate the hash of file. We can generate the hash of any TST, like any. Let's say we have this one password 12345, and we can click on calculate. So we have the MD5 hash, we have SHA-1 hash, we have SHA, we can also generate SHA-256 hash, 384 hash, 512 hash, and so on. Okay, so these are the hashes of keyword 12345. Same as let's say here I'm creating a file here. Right click, we can create a simple TST file. Let's say file.txt. Okay, so you can simply open this file and here you can mention here hello. Okay, and save it. We have this file hello. Now let's generate the hash of this hello, this file.txt. So what we can do, we can click on this data format, click on file and select this file from here. Okay, now click on, you can search for file.txt, click on calculate. Now let's take the MD5 hash, copy this hash, copy this one and paste here. Now this is file before, this is file.txt and this is before modification. Okay, this is before modification, or we can say hash before modification. Now we can also use now we have hash after modification. Now let's say someone has modified this file. Okay, let's say I'm adding a dot here, just a single dot, and enter. You can add anything you want. Okay, now let's select this file again. Okay, click on file, file.txt, and click on calculate. Now you can notice the MD5 here. Now this is after modifying the file. Okay, now you can see this hash and this hash, they both are different, which means someone has modified your file. In this way, we can also ensure the integrity of the file. Okay, if you want to ensure the integrity with any colleague, with anyone, you can use this method. Okay, you can ask for the person that with the file also share the hash of that file, so that we can ensure that if someone has modified this file in the middle or not. Okay, so we can use hash calci to generate the like test string. We can also use to generate the like hashes of the files. Okay, apart from this hash calci, we can also use MD5 calculate. Okay, so you can simply open this URL and you can download this MD5 calculator from here. Okay, click on this download mirror. After downloading, install it as usual and click on open. So this is for calculating the hashes. So again, we can we can add files and folders. So let's add that file.txt. Okay, and click on calculate. So this can only calculate MD5 hash. Okay, now you can also compare the hashes here. So we have the current MD5 value, and now let's copy that value here. Okay, which is before modification. And you can paste these values here and click on compare. Okay, so now you can see incorrect. Two MD5 values are not equal, which means someone has modified your file. So you can also use MD5 calculate for calculating the hashes. Apart from this, you can also use hash my files. So you simply copy this URL and open this website. Okay, so you will have to download from here. Okay, click on download here, install it. After installing, you will get this exe. Okay, simply run this exe file. Now here we can again add any file. So click on file. Let's add that same file, file.txt. So you can add any file, like any kind of PPT, any kind of document, anything. And you can see we have MD5, we have SHA1, CRC, and so on. So these are the hashes. Okay, we have the every details here. Okay, even you can remove any hash. You can click on option and you can have the hash types. Okay, you can select any hash. You can remove any hash. Okay, of your choice. So hash my files is also same as hash calci or MD5 calculator. Now, why are we discussing these same application? Because these are the part of the examination, and these are for the emergency also. Let's say if MD5 is not working, you can use hash my files. If these are not working, you can use hash calci. Okay. So then we can also perform file and test message encryption using CryptoForge. So we can simply download the CryptoForge from this URL. So what we can do, we can simply open the website. You can simply click on download. Now after downloading, you can just install it. After installing, let's say I have this file here. Okay, now I want to encrypt this file. So right click here. So when you install the CryptoForge, you will click on the properties here. Okay, right click. Right click here and click on properties here. And here you will, sorry, yeah, show more options. And here you will get the option of encrypt here. This is you will get after installing CryptoForge. Click on encrypt here. Now apply the password. Let's say 123456. In my case, you can apply any password of your choice and click on OK. Now your file is encrypted. Now no one can open your file. Now you can share this file to any user, and that user must have the crypto forge in his or her system. Then only he or she can decrypt this file with the help of password. Okay. Now this file is same. This file is in my PC only, so I can simply decrypt. I can use this show more options, and here I can simply decrypt without password. Okay, because the file is same, the file is encrypted in the same system. But whenever you're sharing this file to different user, he or she can install the CryptoForge, and then he can click on right click, decrypt, and then he or she have to apply the password. And after applying the password, the file will be decrypted. Okay. So you can also use this to any file. Okay, same as we have this advanced encryption package, same we can apply with this one. So what we can do, let me show you this process. One second. Okay, so advanced encryption package is same as CryptoForge, like exactly same. You can simply open this URL. Okay. So when you open this URL, you will see this web page here. Okay, so click on this download button here. After downloading, you have to install it. For the installation, you can simply install. Okay, you can click on now. It is available for 30 days trial. So click on first time, click on next year, and click on next year. Okay, now click on finish here. After this one, you will get this web page here. Sorry, this interface here of advanced encryption package. Now here we have multiple files. So you can simply select your file which you want to encrypt. Okay, from here. So we can, let's say I'm selecting this file, which is hash.txt. Okay, this file. I want to encrypt this file. So click on this file. Okay, and here at right hand side, you will notice some options. So first click on encrypt here. So when you click on encrypt, it will ask you for the password, like which password you want to apply. So you can apply any password of your choice, confirm it, and then you can also choose the algorithm, which algorithm key you want to use for your password. So first apply the password of your choice, then you can also choose the algorithm. Okay, you can see the algorithm you want to use. After using the algorithm, you can like use AES algorithm, it is like quite powerful. Okay, you can also use RC algorithm also. Okay, or triple DPS also. And then after choosing the algorithm, click on encrypt now, this option. Okay, you can click on encrypt now. After encrypting, you can see these options. Okay, now you can notice this is your file, which is encrypted with the help of advanced encryption package. This is your original file before encryption, and this is after encryption. Now you can remove this file, okay, if you want to. Otherwise, you can keep it. And now you can share this file to any user. And when you share it to any other receiver, the receiver have to download this advanced encryption package. Then only he or she can decrypt this file, because this file is encrypted with the help of advanced encryption package. That is why the same application also must have with the receiver also. Okay, so you have to make sure the receiver also have the same application for the decryption. Okay, now for the decryption process, for what we can do, we can simply select the file we want to decrypt. Okay, and click on the decrypt button here, and then apply the password. After applying the password, click on decrypt now, and then this file will be decrypted. Okay, so this is how we can simply encrypt and decrypt the files or the folders with the help of advanced encryption package. So it is same as the CryptoForge. Okay, then we have same exactly, we have this one BC test encoder. So what we can do, we can simply, you can visit this URL. Okay, this one, let me copy it. And you can simply download this one in your system. Okay, you can simply click on download. Now after downloading, you will get the installation process. So install this BCU test encoder. After installing, you will get this interface here. Let me check if I have. Okay, simply you will get this interface. Now here you can apply what kind of character you want to apply, like what kind of character you want to import. So you can apply, let's say I have applied this one here, hello world. Okay, so this is what I have to encode here. So when you write here, you have the option of encoding here. Click on encode here. After encoding, you will get this. You can apply the password of your choice and you will get this encoded test of your hello world, whatever you have applied here. Now you can share this test here with your user, with your receiver. Okay. And again, at receiver end, you can select your test and click on decode here. Okay, here. Then after, before decoding, apply the password of your choice, whichever you have applied. Okay, in the encoding phase, and this will decode your password. Sorry, your whatever you have applied. Okay, so this is encoding and decoding. If one encoding doesn't work, you can apply double encoding, triple encoding, and so on for securing your data. Even you can encode the source code of the Python or any other language to bypass the firewalls or antivirus. Okay, as I said, for bypassing the antivirus or firewalls, if you have to create your own malware, and creating the malware is not enough, you have to encode the malware. So for the encoding purpose, you can use this application also. You can just paste your source code here, encode, and then apply in the Python interpreter and try to run it. Okay, and try to check if the firewalls or antivirus is like they are blocking the malware or not. If they are blocking, then double encode your Python source code, triple encode it. Okay, so this will like help you to bypass the security of any Windows or Android or any device. Okay, whichever you are creating the malware for. Okay, then we can perform the email encryption with the help of RMail. Now, RMail is used for encrypting the mails. Also, it is used for applying the digital signatures. Okay. Now, the digital signatures are mainly used for ensuring the non-repudiation. Now, what is non-repudiation? Non-repudiation is whenever, let's say we are let's say I'm sending the message to you all. Okay. Now, after sending the message, I cannot deny that I have sent the message. That is non-repudiation. So, non-repudiation is the process of ensuring that the sender really sends the message and the receiver really receives the message, and later on they are not denying that they have not received or sent the message. That is known as non-repudiation, where the sender later on he or she cannot deny that I have not sent the message. That is why we can perform the digital signature there to ensure that the sender really sends the message. So this we can perform with the help of our mail. Even it depends on the enterprise also which kind of email encryption they are using for their own security purpose. Some may also use the internal encryption applications. Okay, so basically we can use RMail. RMail is not free again. We can use for some few days. Okay, then they will ask you for payment. Okay, now how to use it? You can simply, let me show you. You can simply visit the URL of this one, which is rmail.com. Okay, and there you can apply your email address, click on submit. Then you have to create your account, apply your like fill up your details and click on sign up. Activate your account with the help of your mail. Okay, and then click on login. After login, you will have to fill some other details like your phone number, your other. Okay, click on next and click on next. Click on the personal use. Okay, for the practice purpose. Now here, what we can do, we can click on this send now button. We have to send the mail securely. Click on send now. When you click on send now, you will get this interface. Okay, so you can apply from mail whom you want to share to your, okay, sorry, and the to whom you want to share, and from like your own mail address. Then you can mention the subject, your BCC, CC, okay, and your test here, and even you can also attach the attachments, your documents, and or everything. Then here you can click on this one, okay, mark as register mail, and click on transmission, okay, which will like auto decrypt for the receiver. If you want to apply the encryption, you can also apply. You can also mention the password here. Okay, if you want the user to open the mail with the help of password. So you can also select the second option, which is message level. Okay, then click on send registered. Okay, click on the send registered. When you click on send, you will get a receipt. Okay. Now in the e-sign option also, you can click on web sign. You can apply the email sign also, web sign. So click on the web sign. So first it will show you some receipt that you have applied the mail and how to use it. So it will like train you for the email. So click on our mail, click here. Okay, now this will like show you how you can apply the signatures and so on. So simply click on view and sign the document. Now here it will ask you how you can sign. So click on continue option here. Okay, so this will like show you how you can sign. Click on continue again. And now here you have to click on upper option here, which is sign here. Okay, click on sign. So when you click on sign, you have to mention the name only. Okay, mention your name and this will convert it into a signature. Click on done here. Then you can paste your signature anywhere on the page. And with the signature, you will also get an authentication ID here. Okay, so actually this authentication ID is mainly used for authenticate the user, not the signature. Signature is like not, you are not doing the signature with the help of your hand. It is like not a manual signature. It is like automatic signature. But mainly we are using the authentication ID for the authentication process. Okay, for the non-repudiation process. So paste your signature anywhere and click on send now. Okay, click on next here and click on send now. So when you click on send, this will send to your receiver. And then you will again get the receipt from your side. Now you can see this is my receiving, this is my receiver, and this is what I've signed, and so on. Okay. And then you will get a receipt of that you have sent the mail, your authentication ID, your time, whenever you have signed, your IP address, and so on. Like each and every detail here. Okay, so you can also verify. Okay, so this is your registered receipt. So try it, just try it one time. Okay, it is like a very useful service, but again, it is not free. Like after when you create your account, this will like they will like bother you. They will keep on testing you or messaging you that if you want to purchase their service or not, or why you have used their services. So you can just block their numbers. Okay, but you can use for practice purpose. Okay, apart from these services, you can also use Virtue, or you can also use Zixmail and so on for sharing the encrypted message. You can apply the password as well. Okay, and you can share the password with the receiver on any like on other medium, like on the phone call or any other medium. Okay, apart from the this is for the email encryption. Then we can move to disk encryption. Now let's say you want to encrypt your entire disk. For example, we have this one. Now we have disk here. We have C disk here. We have D disk here, and we have E here. So these are known as volumes, or we can say disk here. Okay, CDE. Now let's say in my CDE, let's say in my E drive, I have the entire data. Now let's say I want to encrypt the entire data inside this disk. So how we can perform this operation? So this operation can be performed with the help of VeraCrypt or ROHOS disk encryption or BitLocker. Means the purpose is same only. BitLocker, VeraCrypt, and ROHOS disk encryption. They are mainly used for encrypting your disk. Okay. Now how to use it? So simply, you can open this URL from here. Now this is very important. VeraCrypt is very important for the examination purpose. Okay. Click on the download here and click on this Windows exe file. This one. Okay. Let me check if I have this VeraCrypt. Okay. Then install it. Let me show you the installation process. Okay, simply you can install it, and after installing, you can open the VeraCrypt. Now, how to use it? So simply, now what we can do, we can either encrypt the pre-existing disk like CDE, okay, which is already there, or we can also create a new volume and we can encrypt it. So in the starting of the phrase, you can create a new volume, okay, and fill some random data there and try to encrypt that volume here, because in the main drive, in the main volumes, you have your main data. And in case if you forget the password or anything, so that will not be recovered. Okay, so what we can do, we can create a new disk here, new volume here, and with the help of new volume, we will put some data in the new volume for the practice. Okay, and then we will encrypt this volume here. Okay, so we will not going to touch these volumes because these are the main volumes. But the process of encrypting the new volume and these volumes are same only. Okay, so once you become familiar with the VRCrypt, then you can simply like encrypt your main volumes as well. Okay, so what we can do simply we can click on the create volume button here and click on the next option. Click on next. Now here we have to select the volume location. So click on select file. And let's say I'm saving this volume location on desktop. You can save anywhere. And I'm naming my file as my volume. You can save this file as any name you want, but I'm saving as my volume and click on save. Then click on next here. Okay, now here we have this encryption algorithm. So now you can select what type of algorithm you want to choose. So here I'm choosing AES only and click on next here. Now what is the size of the volume you want to keep? Now here you can notice free space on drive C is 98.81 GB. Okay, which means you can notice this drive size is here, C drive. Okay, 98 GB is free in the C drive, which means if you are creating a drive here, let's say the size of this drive, you are keeping it 2 GB. Okay, 2 GB. So which means this 2 GB will be deducted from your main C drive. So after giving 2 GB to this drive, the remaining space will be 96.8 GB. So remember, if you are giving 2 GB here, this will be deducted from your main C drive, not from this one, not from this one, from your C drive. Okay, so in the starting, just provide some very small size here. Let's say we can give in MBs here. Let's say 10 MB only. You can provide in 10 MB, 10 GB or TV also. So here password here. Okay, so we can mention the passwords here. You can mention the password of your choice and click on next here. Yes, it is saying that password is too short. So click on yes, you can mention your password. Now it is asking for that move your mouse as randomly as possible, and this will increase the strength of your cryptographic key. Okay, encryption key. So means we have this window here. Okay, so we have to move the mouse inside this window. So this is capturing your mouse movements here. Okay, you can see your random pulls and it is like filling your mouse here. For example, if you're moving your mouse here, your cursor here, this will not work. So you have to move your cursor inside this window only. So this will increase the key strength of your cryptographic encryption keys. Okay, so this is like here I'm moving my cursor and this will like filling up this bar, which is this is collecting your randomness of your mouse cursor. And click on format. Okay, and my click on exit here. You can notice this is my volume. Okay, this is my volume. Now what we can do, how we can open this volume. Now here you can notice we have three volumes here. We have volume C, D and E here. So what we can do, we have three volumes. So we can simply create new volume here. So now use any character here. For example, C, D, E is already there. So we can choose any other character. Let's say character number B here. And click on select file from here and select your file which you have created just now, which is my volume. Okay, so let's choose my volume here and click on open. Okay, now here click on mount this option. So when you click on mount, apply the password 123456 and click on OK. So this will mount your volume. Now when you notice your volume is there, which is local disk B. Okay, this will only appear when you mount your volume.
Now let's say I am opening this file here, right click, new here, I'm creating a file here. Okay, let's say file.txt. Okay, and let's say we can insert anything inside this file. Let's say hello, like any kind of file, and save here. Okay, now let's say this is my confidential file and this is my confidential disk here. And I just don't want to appear this file here. Like I just want to hide this disk here. So what we can do, we can simply dismount, we can select here and dismount all. Now when you open your C drive again, you will notice your your main drive, your that B drive is disappeared from here. Okay, this is because we have dismount your main volume, your my volume, and we have this file. Now no one can open this file. No one knows that this is actually a volume. Okay. Again, if you want to if you want to mount, you can now choose any other letter. Let's say M here I'm choosing, and you can click on select file. Okay, and click on mount here. Apply the password, enter, and when you open this, you can see your local disk M. And when you open this file, your file is already there. Okay, with hello inside the file. Okay, same as if you want to dismount, if you want to hide your disk here, you can simply click on dismount all and your file, your volume will be hidden here. Okay, same process you can follow with these existing volumes. But please don't try in the study. Just get familiar with the VeraCrypt. Okay, and then you can like do this with the help of your main volumes. Okay. So this is how we can use VeraCrypt. VeraCrypt is very important for the examination purpose. Then we have BitLocker. Now BitLocker is same as the VeraCrypt, so you can try it by your own. Then we have ROS disk encryption. Now ROS disk encryption is also not free to use. You can use for some few days. Then you have to pay for it. But ROS disk encryption is same as the VeraCrypt. Okay, so you can simply search for the ROS disk encryption. Okay, doubt. Okay, so click on this official URL and you can download from here. Let me show you the. So you can download here. Okay, the same URL. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, give me a second. I think my speaker is not working. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we can simply click on download here and then we can follow the installation process. Click on next and click on next here. Okay, and click on next and then launch the ROS disk finish. Now with the help of ROS disk, we can perform multiple operations like we can encrypt the folder, we can create a backup, we can also encrypt the USB pen drive, and also we have the options of we can also set up an authentication key. But for now, what we will do, we will perform the disk encryption. So again, we can click on create new disk. Okay, when you click on create new disk, click on create new disk. Then here this will ask you for the information like disk letter. You can choose disk size. You can choose 10 MBs. You can choose your file system, your FAT or NTFS, and you can choose your algorithm. Okay, it is same as VeraCrypt. Then apply or where you want to save your file. You can save it anywhere you want and click on OK. And then apply your password here. which you want to create, and click on create disk. Okay, now we have this one encrypted disk, and these are the folders, and you can save any file here. Okay, so if you want to disconnect, you can simply click on disconnect here. Okay, so it is same as ViraCrypt. So here I'm creating a file, click on new file, and I'm keeping this file inside the encrypted disk R, okay, which I have created. And then after putting your data in the file, in the disk, you can click on disconnect. So again, this will disconnect from the main source. And when you want to connect, you can simply open this file, okay, and you can apply the password, and then you can open the disk there. Okay, so again, and then you can after keeping your data, you can again click on disconnect. So it is same as the ViraCrypt. Okay, ViraCrypt, ROS, disk encryption, and BitLocker. These three are same only. Okay, they are mainly used for the disk encryption process. Okay, but among these, ViraCrypt is like very important for the examination purpose. If you are going for the practical examination. Okay, then we have last, which is perform the crypt analysis using various crypt analysis tools. So again, we can use one more application, which is crypt tool for generating some hashes and converting your doing some encryption process. So here we have this one. You can click on this downloads option. Okay, and open this. You have to install this English version. Let me check if I have. Okay, so you can click on this English version. So we can wait for the. And here we can click on next and click on I agree and next. Okay, so it is like already installed. Okay. Let me check it. Yeah. Okay, so here we can click on cross, and here we can again we can use multiple operation. We can encode the messages, we can encode the files. Okay, so we can perform the multiple operation. So let's say we can mention here hello or anything you want to encode, and click on encrypt here. Okay, now here you can select what kind of symmetric algorithm you want to use, or asymmetric or hybrid, like combination of symmetric or asymmetric. So here I'm selecting a short algorithm. Let's say we can use DES here. Okay. Now it is asking for the password, like what kind of key length, like you have to apply the key here. So here you can apply anything, any key here. So I'm applying 11223344556688 and click on encrypt here. So this will generate it, the encrypt version of your test. Same goes with the decryption. When you click on decryption here, you can select the same algorithm which you have chosen right now, and again you can apply the key 112233 and whatever the key which we have applied and click decrypt here. So this will decrypt your message. So with the help of crypt analysis, we can also use for analyzing the cryptographic algorithms. Okay, and we can also open any file. We can also open the folders for encryption here. Okay, so we can also use crypt analysis. Apart from this one, we can also use alpha pillar. Alpha pillar is again same as the crypt analysis, so you can do it by yourself. Okay, so alpha pillar is not that much important, but mainly among these application RMail, which is this one, RMail and this VeraCrypt. These are very important for the examination purpose. Okay, so make sure you practice these two application like around 4 to 5 times. Okay, is it clear this much? Any questions?
No, miss, no question.
Okay, so rest we will continue tomorrow. Sorry, in the next weekend. Basically we are left with around 1 to 2 sessions only. Like last 3 sessions. 3 sessions. Okay. Yeah, 3 sessions more. So kindly practice on these applications, and if you have any doubt with any lab or any module, so you can ping me on WhatsApp or you can ask in the next session. Okay, thank you, and I will share this file as well as the recording session tomorrow. Any
Uh,
questions?
yeah, Vavia, I know our class is going to end soon. So by the time, if you can provide us kind of interview questions, and also if you help us to build up a resume, that will be great help for us actually.
Okay. That we will do in the next session. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.